Eli, Eli Pookie. Okay, so let me see. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna wait. Wait, am I live? Am, this my first, not my first time, but trying to do it off my desktop today. I'm gonna do it off my desktop today because with the phones, they just be giving me a hard time, and then some of them be like they be ending my lives on my phone. So I'm gonna do it from my desktop today. So I'm getting a late start today because I'm actually gonna go get some food with the baby. But to whoever I am able to reach out to today, I did want to come on here and deliver this message. Are you guys able to hear me okay? I know I've done it from the desktop before. It's just I just want to make sure everybody can hear me good, can see and hear just fine. Okay. Um so um as you guys know, I'm trying to figure out how I want to start this. Today is my birthday. I just want to put that out there. Today is my birthday. Um and I woke up today giving God thanks for waking me up today, allowing me to see another birthday and allowing me to, be here and be in a good state for me and my son. Some of y'all know my story, you know what I've been through. And for those of you who don't know, obviously I've told you guys before I was homeless. And I just woke up today just thanking God for everything that He's done for me. Um, because a lot of people have tried to really do me in and throw me under the bus. And I just try to tell people as much as I can, like for those who listen, who choose to listen. Um, I don't come on here trying to tell y'all any lies. I don't come on here trying to be somebody that I'm not for views. I don't do any of that. And so whenever I talk about what I've been through, it's to show you guys and tell you guys that you can pull through whatever situation that you're battling, whatever form of adversity, of bullying, of rejection that you go through. And a lot of the times I come on here and I speak to what I've been through because a lot of people don't know everybody wants to be chosen until you go through certain things that really have you in your head like, is it worth it? Am I strong enough? Because sometimes it can be so overwhelming what people want for you. And a lot of the times you go through a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy because of what people see on you and what's in you. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times you go through it because you don't, like I said before, you don't go out there and do what other people have done to you. You don't try to compete where you don't compare. You are in alignment to receive whatever it is that God has in store for you. And a lot of that has to do with the sacrifices that you've made, what you've gone through and what you've had to endure over the years from people who wanted the worst for you, who's done the worst to you. Um, But I keep telling you, whenever you make that dedication, thank you guys. Whenever you make that dedication to God, you say, God, I want to be an example. I want to do your will. You go through the worst. You go through the worst because you are serving as a beacon of hope to people who choose to get on this path and also choose to be believers of Christ. And in being a believer of Christ, sometimes you're going to go through things that don't make no sense. You're going to go through things and people are going to do you a certain type of way that don't make any kind of sense. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to come on here and do this quick message today, because I want to let you know that whenever you come across it, okay, thank you guys for the birthday wishes. Whenever you come across this message, God wants you to keep your hands clean. To whatever that means and what that means for you, only you will know. You don't have to list it on this chat, but God wants you to keep your hands clean. He's seen, trust me and believe me when I tell you. Trust me and believe me when I tell you, nothing was up for grabs. Nothing was free of what happened to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times I tell you, people do things to you to break your spirit. You hear me? What? Terrence, no, you didn't. Oh my goodness. Terrence, you sent me. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. I tell you, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Wow. Um, a lot of times I tell you, people do things to try to break your spirit. Everything that we've gone through, you get what I'm saying? Everything that we've gone through, when you look back on it, you say, you know what I went through was not normal, because it wasn't normal. Everywhere you go, somebody feeling some type of way about you. Everywhere, every scene you pop up on, somebody got to compete with you. Somebody got to put you down in order to compete with you. Let me tell you something. These people know that they will never be 10 steps ahead of you, because you will always be in a position to win and overcome whatever it is that people have done to you out of spite, out of malice, out of ill intent. Anything that was done that was not backed by love, that was not backed by support, and people just did it because they didn't like you. People just believed it because they wanted to see you suffering down. People wanted to get in cahoots with other people because they willingly wanted to see if they could break your spirit. Let me tell you something. You're not so easily broken. You're not so easily broken like they thought that you would be. And whenever you sit up here and you want to be about this child's play, and you're involving people's lives, you're involving innocent kids, children's lives, then nothing like that. It could have never thought in a million years that you had people or a support team that was around you that protects you. It may not be people that you can see, may not be people that you can physically touch, but they're there and they surround you and they support you and they back you, they protect you, they guide you, they keep you. You understand what I'm saying? When you on this path, God knows you're gonna have enemies. God knows you're gonna have your share of people who are gonna oppose you. They're gonna oppose you because they see that God is on you, that He's in you, and that He's around you. So just as the same as they despise, did not like, and they went against Jesus, they're gonna go against you. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna despise you because of how He favors you. They're gonna try to break your spirit, to try to test your spiritual gangster and your spiritual protection that surrounds you. You understand me what I'm saying? And they're gonna do it because they feel like they big and bad enough to do it. But let me tell you something. They ain't feeling so big and bad no more. Because contrary to popular belief and opinion, baby, you still standing. So I'm trying to figure out, like, whatever they thought was up, whatever they thought was a game, it was a gimmick, you was a joke, you was a fluke. They about to see that playing with your life wasn't it. For no experiment, for no game, for no joke, a cruel joke, a setup over your life, over your kid's life. You understand what I'm saying? You are realizing that your energy, it brings out the good in people because it serves to do good in the world. But it also, in the very sense and on the same token, it irritates a lot of people's demons. And I just don't think you truly ever grasped, you know, what did I do? What did I say? You did nothing. You said nothing. You did nothing. You said nothing. But these people are diabolical. They're sinister. They're very wicked at heart. I'm telling you. And they despise and envy who you are. But somebody got to be in alignment somewhere, because you ain't out here trying to compete where you don't compare. I'll say it again for the people in the back, for the haters in the valley. Somebody got to be aligned somewhere. It takes all these groups of people to try to sit up here and do this mess and risk their freedom and risk their livelihood and risk their generational wealth. You had to have been somebody important. You had to have been somebody powerful and somebody special if people had to step up off their throne, if they had to step up out their office, if they had to put on their black suit. You understand what I'm saying? Call in a couple favors, take time about their day to stalk you, emulate you, copy you, lie on you, chime in about you, try to destroy you, try to break you when they could have done anything. Everybody got a choice. Everybody got free will. But this is what they chose to do with their free will. So instead of being envious and upset about what you lost, you got to start looking at what is it that makes people get their panties tied up in a bunch to where they want to sit up here and take time out their day, money out their bank account, call in favors that they could have used for themselves, for their kids, for somebody up in their family who they cared about. But everybody wanted to group together. Everybody wanted to use their free time. Everybody wanted to use their free will to sit up here and come for you, to try to see if they could break you, to try to see if they could test you, demean you, take you down. Oh, and would you get back up if we knock you down? Oh, is that going to mess with your psyche if we don't like you? Are you going to denounce God if your heart get broken? If we cause you and make you to struggle? If we try to bind and break your free will? Are you going to denounce God? Are you still going to believe in him? Are you still going to talk about him? Somebody got to be in alignment somewhere, because you ain't out here trying to compete where you don't compare. And at the end of the day, when they do what it is that they say, what they set out to do against you, and you still be standing 10 toes down, you still be having your head up, you still be moving on about your day. I don't give a damn how you have to adjust and how you have to maneuver and how you got to wiggle and daggle and finagle your way through these obstacle courses of what they set before you on your path and on your journey. They fucking with the right one. I tell you that much, baby. They know. See, ain't nobody finna do this for no Johnny Combat lately. I want to just put that out there. And I hate to say it like that. You understand what I'm saying? I truly hate to say it the way that I'm saying, but let me tell you something. You got to start telling people, baby, you ain't been through what I've been through. You ain't seen what I seen. I would never forget how when I needed people, and I know people was gloating, because when I needed help and I went to these people, and then they want to check my background and see I'm on YouTube. They want to check my background, see I done wrote books. They want to check my background, see that I had businesses going. But oh, she in a shelter. Oh, how are you adjusting? You're staying in a motel? Oh, couldn't get my son a stroller. Baby daddy ain't fucking with me. He don't give a damn that my son in and out of the hospital, ain't cash apping me, ain't saying nothing, ain't doing nothing. All this different type of stuff going on. Couldn't get home, all this kind of stuff. Oh, this must be a humbling experience. Kicked me when I was down. Stomped on me when, damn, I can't get no more lower than this. I mean, you stomping on me, I can't get no more lower than this. You must be one sick, pathetic asshole, boy. Anybody that got the, let me tell you something. I would never gloat on somebody's pain and suffering, not when I know who I am. You understand what I'm saying? I was around a lot of people that didn't know who they was. And I can intimidate a lot of people with the way that I come off because of who I am. No matter what I got to my name and what I don't got to my name, I know how I carry myself. I never thought people would sit up here and take it to the next level and be like, dang, well, let's kick her when she down. Let's rub it in her face. Let's make her feel some type of way. I'll never forget the faces that people made at me. Disgust. Like, this was once a person who was giving me advice, and you in here with half chipped nails. You in here with the raggedy door I had in the in-town suites. It was so messed up. You couldn't, I had to, when one of my so-called friends came in and used the bathroom, I told her she had to leave it open, but I told her I'll be in the corner so I wouldn't have to watch her pee or nothing like that, because you couldn't keep moving the door because it was, but I made it work. I made it work. You know what I'm saying? Elijah never went a day hungry. He never went, when you see him, he a big boy. For him to be like that, I was feeding him. I was doing what I had to do. But I'll never forget the faces that people made when they had to come up in my room and see how the order of my room was. I'll never forget the face. It was like a face that I don't even think I can reenact for y'all to see. It was like, dang, you really going through something. And when I tried to tell people that it was in part physical, but the other aspect of it was spiritual. See, you got to watch. A lot of times you got to watch who you go to and try to confide into when you talk about things that are of the spiritual nature of things, right? Because a lot of people got that carnal like way of thinking, and they don't believe in that kind of stuff. But then some people try to act like they don't believe in it, but really be dabbling to it, so they know what you be talking about from the get-go. But they got to act like they don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't want you to know that they really be dabbling into that witchcraft and the cult type stuff. You get what I'm saying? So you got to watch who you talk to. Every psychiatrist ain't set up to deal with what chosen ones have gone through. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people can't take what we've gone through because it don't make sense. How hard people go, how low they're willing to stoop, how far and long they're willing to stretch this thing out in order to get a rise up out of you, in order to see you down and left in the dumps. It's like, why you? So you got to watch who you go around to, because a lot of people ain't gonna believe you when you talk about people sitting up here and doing binding spells and doing jar spells to freeze up your finances and doing things to hold back career opportunities for you. People ain't gonna understand when you come about your mouth because they don't know about that type of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? But in order to defeat one's enemy, you got to study one's enemy and understand what it is that people be dabbling into, especially when we be talking about covens and groups and cults. You don't know who's a part of these groups. You understand what I'm saying? I think a couple years back when they busted this sex trafficking ring, and it was so crazy to me how many people was caught up in that sex trafficking ring, right? You had doctors that were rounded up and arrested for being a part of that underage sex trafficking ring. I saw doctors being arrested. I saw police officers being arrested. I saw lawyers, attorneys being arrested. So I tell you this to say, the enemy will try to come at you with everything that they have. And I have both my hands up because I'm telling you, God only knows his reason for why he spared me and why he kept me. What you see now was not how I was a couple years back. You understand me? And nobody wanted to help. Nobody genuinely wanted to help me. Okay? Nobody took up off of my plate, but they added more things to my plate. Okay? And so for me to overcome homelessness, being a single mother, and battling all these different types of things that I was going through, God kept me alive for a reason. And I keep telling you, these people wanted you to die in your sin. They wanted you to die before God was able to fulfill that promise to you. And the promise that God intended to keep was for divine restoration. Okay? All aspects of your life. So I just want you to take a moment right now, wherever you are right now, and I just want you to say, thank you, God. And thank God I did not die. Thank God I did not give up. Thank God I did not die. Thank God I did not give up. And thank you, God, for keeping me. Because let me tell you something. Something was trying to, and I know it's not just me, something was trying to take us out these past couple of years. Something was trying to bind our will and bind our willpower to even get up and try. When somebody is so intimidated and so vindictive of you to where they don't even want you to get up and try. You understand me what I'm saying? They don't want you to try because they know what you're capable of. They know what you can do. They know that you're going to do more than just try. You're going to plan, you're going to build, you're going to execute, and you're not going to give up because you wasn't raised to give up. You understand me what I'm saying? You not no weak link. You not no weak vessel. You are not weak-minded. Had people took the time to get to know you for who you truly was, instead of listening to hearsay, had people took the time to go somewhere to go heal, instead of letting envy, jealousy, spitefulness, and vindictiveness take over their spirit and their soul and their mind, that caused them not to believe you, that caused them to go up against you, that caused them to sponsor your attackers, sponsor your bully, and sponsor the bullies up in your life, sponsor the abusers that's up in your life, backed nonsense and attacks against your life, people would have been better off. Let me tell you something. Damn better off. The world would be a better place if people could just know how to set themselves aside and be an individual. You understand what I'm saying? Stand for something, fall for anything. It was an injustice. Damn it, it was an injustice, and people know it. And somebody know what the truth is. Test this message and pray on it. Because let me tell you something, and mark my words, from the day that you listen and you see, I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody want to talk about God is this merciful God. God is this forgiving God. I can just go out and do anything, and I can just get down on my knees and ask God to just forgive me. You understand what I'm saying? I could just go around and intentionally set chaos to affect someone's life, and God is just going to forgive me. I could just believe lies on somebody and sit back. Let me tell you something. People finna feel it. Let me tell you how God not playing, baby. People finna feel it just for the faces and the lies that they believe, for not even sticking up for you when they had every opportunity to stick up for you. They had every opportunity to help you when you needed help. Let me tell you something. People want to sit back and talk about something. It was just a phase. I just believed the lie. I just sat back and I just let it happen. I wasn't the one who was doing spell work against you, but I knew who was, and I didn't stop them. Baby, let me tell you something. You just as guilty as the ones who did the majority of the attacking and abusing and the sabotaging. You stood there, you knew the truth, and you did nothing. You said nothing. You didn't rectify, huh? You didn't do anything to fix anything. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna get into it too. You're gonna get into it too. Baby, let me tell you something. God ain't playing. I'm gonna tell you something. I kept passing on this movie, and it's called King Richard, right? I kept passing on that movie. I just said, even though I love Venus and Serena Williams, I kept passing up on the movie for whatever the reason. I didn't want to watch the movie. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I got Netflix, everything. I didn't want to watch it. For some reason, a couple days back when I reached out to my mom, right? I was just led. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and click on that movie, King Richard. Now, it's a couple things that I get up out of that movie, right? But the two main things that I take up out of that is, if y'all notice, the neighbor who stayed across the street from them, was calling, I think she called Child Protective Services, and she called the police to come over there, saying that the way that they parent is not right, that they doing all this to them kids, and they don't know how to raise them kids, and they be abusing them kids, when all Richard was doing was getting up and doing what a father's supposed to damn do: spend time with his damn kids and set order. You ain't supposed to just let kids go out there and do anything of what they want to do and say that, oh, I'm a good parent because my kid is happy. I keep my kid happy. Let me tell you something. I'm thankful, and I'm gonna get back to what I'm saying. I'm thankful for my mother and my father for what they did do and for what they didn't do. Because let me tell you something. It taught me structure. Even if I wasn't always the structured one, even if I was not always obedient, when life really hit and life was lifing, and I had to be an adult, I had to think back and pull back on some of the things that Angie and Vic taught me as I was growing up. The way that they stirred me, that they nurtured me. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't let me get out there and do anything that I wanted to do. My mom didn't have a whole bunch of friends come around the house. But you don't realize that. Why my mama don't let nobody come around the house? Something wrong with my mama? No. When you get up of age, and every damn friend that I ever had screwed my ex behind my back, screwed. It was always an injustice. It was always a betrayal. Hoes want to go behind my back and talk shit and tell lies mixed in with the shit, right? So they can make themselves look good. Friends did a whole lot of things that didn't make no sense to me. And as I got of age, I realized why my mama didn't have a whole bunch of people part in the house. I didn't think back then when my mama was being stern. I had to be smart because she didn't allow me to be dumb. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, she was the disciplinary. She did a lot of things, okay? But I'm thankful for that. And even though I never told her that, I'm thankful that she beat my ass. I'm being straight up honest with you. CPS got a whole lot of people scared to discipline their damn kids. And that's why we got a whole lot of people want to buy guns and shoot up the fucking block. That's why we got people coming out there being stupid. We got menaces to society. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because there was no structure. There was no balance. I'm thankful that she tore on my ass and got me in line. I wouldn't be who I am today. I'm thankful she did that shit in the street when she did it, because it got me in line. She didn't play. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people fear God and then they feel, no, baby, I fear Angie, and then everybody else came up after that. I didn't play. Wherever I was disrespectful at, she served me a beating at right there in the damn street. If she had to pop my back, slap me in my mouth, she did it. And I didn't understand that back then. I didn't give her enough credit for it back then. I'm thankful that I had the mom that I had. You understand what I'm saying? I'm thankful she didn't let me park people's house talking about spend the night and sleepovers and this, that, and the third. Letting me go out to this and go out to that. I had a time when I was going to get older and I was going to hit clubs and I was going to do what the hell I wanted to do. But she kept me stern as a kid and as a child. Okay? When we go back to the message and we go back to King Richard, you see how across the street talking about calling CPS and doing all this type of stuff. And you see in the movie where he gets upset. He's like, if we guilty of anything, we guilty of trying to raise our kids in the right direction and steer them in the right direction to which they won't depart. All my kids, what he said, if y'all go watch that movie King Richard and the police was up in there, that white lady was up in there, she didn't know what the hell to do. She didn't know what to say. See, kids, you understand? See, she thought she was going to walk into a situation and them kids weren't going to be smart. They wasn't going to be mannered. See, when people think that they testing you and that they doing something to you, God has to so graciously sit their ass down and humble them and teach them a thing or two about coming for the wrong person who ain't coming and bothering you. Do you understand what I'm saying? She walked up in that house one way and she left a different way. Do you understand what I'm saying? She walked up in there and Richard told them, no, all my kids is scholars. All my kids got straight A's. Dang, go ahead and spell this word. Spell this word. Spell this word. All of them mannerable. All of them sitting at the table ain't cussing, ain't saying bitch. Get out the fucking house, white bitch. They ain't saying none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Because they was well-mannered, they was taught, they was educated. So it completely eradicated, right, and cleared away and absolved Richard and his wife of any lies that was being told on how they was raising them kids. How are we raising the kids? They marriable, they smart, they don't never skip school. You could go ask the whole block about my kids. My kids don't stand on no corner. You don't see them talking to this one, this one, this one, this one, that one. Even after the police left, the mother went across the street to go talk to her. She said, woman to woman, you know how hard it is to be a mother raising kids. And what she said, I got 6 of them. Don't quote me. But if you do, you can go back and watch the movie. She said, don't make me have to come back over here. Don't make me have to come back over here. Because you want to be about that stupid shit and you want to call when you don't even have to. Mind your own business. Don't you have an own daughter that you got to tend to? So you know what that taught me? A lot of people don't know how to mind their business. I don't know if because they got business. I don't know if it's business that they want to tend to. I don't know if it's business that they want to have. But they clearly not minding it. They clearly don't want to mind it. They want to mind your business. They want to get up in your business. They want to get up in your life. They want to live vicariously through you. If they ain't trying to sabotage you, they trying to destroy you. If they ain't trying to sit up here and assassinate your character, they're trying to sit up here and tell lies on you here. Get people, folks, to group up on you against here. Get people to believe this over here. Trying to get you, trying to sabotage your business over here. Trying to block you. Baby, let me tell you something. Anybody that you got to go so hard, you got to go so hard, you got to spend so much time, so much effort to try to ruin that person. That ain't somebody that you should have been coming after. That ain't somebody that clearly was in a position that would have been what? A statistic, a loser, a failure in life. That's somebody who you wanted to be a failure. Because that's why you work so hard to mind their business, right? That's why you work so hard to try to break them and crush them. How you going to break somebody that done been through shit all their life? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't come from the burbs. We ain't had no silver spoon given to us. We had to work for everything that we had. Any good life that we wanted to build for ourselves, we had to go out there and we had to build it. You don't get to a certain level of success being a pushover. So be thankful to God that you didn't roll over and that you didn't die and that you didn't give up before he could fulfill his promise for you, because that's exactly what people wanted to do. Don't you ever get it misconstrued. Don't you ever get it twisted. Don't you ever be confused. Okay. What's fact from fiction? What's a lie from the truth? The truth to be staring people dead in their face. They could do whatever it is they want to do. Go to practitioners. They can go to the pulpit. They could go ask their pastor. They could go pray about it. And the truth will be given to them. They still won't want to believe the truth. I'm going to tell you why people don't want to believe your truth. Because to believe your truth, or just to believe the truth, point blank period, would mean that people will have to take accountability for how spiteful, vindictive, and wicked and downright foul that they are. That means that they would, in order to believe your truth and to see the truth, they would have to completely see and take accountability for who they are, but also acknowledge the fact that there's nothing wrong with you. Stop the bullshit and stop the chaos. It ain't nothing wrong with you. You ain't out here doing nothing wrong to anybody to deserve what these people keep constantly doing against you. You ain't bothering nobody. You turn the left cheek. I don't know who I'm talking to. You turn the left cheek not because you can't do damage, but because the damage that you can do can forfeit not only your life, but the future of your children. People don't understand that. Out here keep poking a sleeping giant. Out here keep trying to break somebody's spirit that ain't meant to be damn broken. Who wakes up and says, oh, you know what? Let's just go ahead and see if we could go ahead and break this person. Like that's a hobby that you pick up. Like that's a project that you need to be putting together. Like that's something that you need to be spending your time doing and utilizing your resources to execute. That taught me a lot, because Richard wasn't doing nothing wrong with the way that he was setting structure and discipline in his kid's life. But you always got a person and a naysayer and an abuser and a jealous person and a hater somewhere in the mix. Like you just can't escape it. No matter where you go, no matter how calm or meek or humble that you be, it's always going to be somebody in the mix. There's always a villain. There's always an antagonist. There's always a competitor. There's always something. You just can't escape it. And they're doing what they're supposed to do, because everything that they've done got you to this point of your life and made you how strong you are today. Got you to where this point in your life to where nothing can break you, because it doesn't matter where you have to work. It doesn't matter what you have to do. It doesn't matter how somebody keep trying to sabotage you, block you out this field, talk about you over here. Baby, let me tell you something. If you have to do all this bullshit and work with people and higher ups to make this happen, somebody doing some shit that's foul, trying to cover something up that they ain't got no business. And this is the thing. They rather do it to sabotage you. They rather, let me tell you something. They rather bless people with stability to cause you instability. Tell me if that makes sense to you. They're going to bless people with stability to cause you instability. They will bless people and make their wildest dreams come true in order to cause you no peace and chaos up in your life. It's all roads leading back to you, screwing with you. Why is it so important to have you down? Why is it so important to have you struggling and shooting bad? Why is it so fucking important to knock you up off your ground? Why is it so important for these people to have you beneath them? Let me tell you something, baby. If you got to take off your crown and step up off your throne to come screw with me, that was never a crown that you was meant to have. That was never a throne that was appointed to you. I'm just saying. You wearing your crown. You sitting on your throne. Why must you take off your crown and step up off your throne to come screw with me and fuck with me? It don't make no sense. Why you can't just let me go on and let me have it? It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I ain't nowhere around you screwing with your kids and screwing with your life. It don't make no sense. What family do? It don't make no sense how we got division within the family. Aunts and cousins doing stuff to certain family members that they won't do to nobody else. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Why they will let other people try to get ahead? Because they know who you are. With these other people, there's no competition. They could push and pull within their own merit and still not achieve half of the things that you set out to achieve. I keep telling you, they know who to try this on. They pick and choose who they want to do it to. And for a very long time, it went over your head, the hidden enemies that was up in your life. Let me go back and finish what I was saying about that King Richard, right? It could be an aunt, it could be a cousin. Somebody that knew you and what you was destined to become when you was in the womb, before you was even born into this world. And you know how they know it? Because they dabble around in that damn occult and dark magic and divination. Do you understand what I'm saying? I cannot come on here and talk about God without talking about everything to its full entirety. Baby, witchcraft is in the Bible. People did it back then. They're doing it now. I cannot talk about him and not talk about what he denounced and what he does not approve of. Okay? But people going to do it anyway. Just like people going to try you anyway. Even after he's told them several times to not mess with you. He's told people and showed people the truth. You are here thinking, God, do they know that I didn't do this? God says they know. They don't want to listen. They don't want to stop. I say, well, God, why they hate me so? He said, why would they not hate you? They hated me. Right? They hated me. You got people like that lady in King Richard that were multiplied in your life. People just like her didn't want to mind their business, made stupid ass, false ass reports on you and didn't have to do it. wanted to see you shooting bad. They thought if we got a group of people and a gang of people and a gang of witches and practitioners calling all around the country and everybody calling them and doing witchcraft and blah, 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 blah. Ooh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. They gonna give up. They gonna give up. When their career not going, they gonna give up when money scarce. They gonna give up. They gonna give up when their dreams got to be put on pause. And then that's when they got to find out it was all part of the plan. They could do all this shit to you from behind the scenes, but don't nobody want to step out and really be about it. Understand something, and I'm pretty sure what I'm about to say is what y'all going through too. I ain't never got confronted. I got gossiped about. I wanted to let people know that it's a difference. I ain't never got confronted. Call it what you may. People can call it whatever it is that they want to call it. People can sit up here and tell all these lies and try to pump fake. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't never got confronted. I've yet to get confronted. I've yet to have somebody come out instead of doing all this bullshit behind my back and just come out and just tell me what it really is. Send me an email, call me, let me know what it really is. Don't try to fake. I know you don't like me, but just come out and tell me why you don't like me. Come out and tell me why you're trying to sabotage me. Come out and tell me why you want me blocked. Come out and tell me why you want me suffering. See, you understand something? This affliction is not a self-imposed affliction. This is an affliction that's caused by people on the outside looking in, just like that lady that was in King Richard, that want to sabotage you on every end. Want to sit up here and got to tell lies in order to get you sabotaged on every end. Got to sit up here because they know they can't do the bullshit by themselves because they know how powerful you are. Got to sit up here and get groups to keep people to come up against you to have you sabotaged on every end. Do you understand me what I'm talking about? They know they can't do it by themselves. You too powerful. But instead of trying to people respect you where you at and where you meet them at, people always got to try to bring you up out your element. And when they don't want to face you because they too damn pitiful and not right up here to do it, they got to do it behind the back, do it behind your back. They got to do it behind the scenes. They will never be 10, 15 steps ahead of you. They will always get your leftovers, get your hand-me-downs, and will always be, because let me tell you something, if they ahead of you, right? If they ahead of you, why they got to keep looking back, trying to figure out where you at and figure out what they got to do to sabotage you? A lot of stuff people be talking that talk, but they really ain't making no sense. Why are you coming for someone? What's the reason? What's the point? A lot of people didn't, it's not so much of they believe the lies. A lot of people just didn't like you. They didn't have a reason for it. They didn't like you. They just didn't like you. They didn't like you. They wanted to see you down. They didn't like you. They wanted to see you shooting bad. They didn't like you. They didn't care for your life. And see, you could have died. So at this point, God can no longer be blind to what people will continuously keep doing against you. For as long as they've seen who you are, who you're meant to be, they're going to keep going up against you. That's why they've been doing this stuff and stretched out over the years. These matriarchs and patriarchs of the family that are hidden witches and warlocks. And let me tell you something. The family members that know that you fought with them and that you love them from a distance, you can't talk to them because see, they still in cahoots with people that maybe these family members don't know how these other family members have been bullies to you. They don't know how they've been sabotaging you spiritually because they ain't doing the shit to them. So because they ain't doing it to them, they still in cahoots and may talk to them from time to time. But you can't fuck with nobody, so you had to cut everybody off at the damn root. Because you had these people who was playing one way in the family, playing one way in the community, and was sitting up here being a completely different way when it came to who you're supposed to be, attacking your destiny and attacking your purpose. So when you know who's connected to who, as much as you may have love for certain family members in your family, and I feel like if they got any kind of a prayer life about them, they can test the word and test the message and go to God and say, do cuz, do aunt, or whoever, do they still got love for me? And God will tell them they got love for you, but they don't have love for who you connected to. You understand what I'm saying? These people wouldn't stop hating on you. They wouldn't stop fucking bullying you. And it was being very deceitful with the way that they was carrying it out. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming, baby. Hold on. Come on. Can you crawl out of there? You want to sit in here? Boy, I buy him that jump bouncer thing, and he just want to sit in there. Bring his blue blanket. He bring his blue blanket with him in the bathroom. Bring his blue blanket in there in the kitchen. He everywhere with the blue blanket. He don't want to. He don't want to get out. He don't want to come out of the bounce thing. He wants to sit in the bounce thing, drink his bottle in the bounce thing, everything in the bounce thing. But these people, and I feel like I said, a lot of times in order to spare yourself, because you can add on extra judgment that's being passed on you when you continue to stay connected to people that God has told you to separate from. God has told you to stop giving to these people. He's told you to back away from these people. So you did what you were supposed to do. What's understood ain't got to be explained. You understand that? You had to cut these people off because they was obsessed and they was possessed, but they was trying to act like they had it together when it came to other members in the family. So they try to make it seem like you just cut everybody off. You just like, no. Let me tell you something, baby. God was trying to let these people get off clean back then, because he told you, even though you know these people practice witchcraft, you ain't got to out them. Just cut them off. And if you got to cut other people off that's connected to these people, cut them off too. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you have these certain situations where these people come for you in certain ways, but they try to portray it like they're a different person. But baby, let me tell you something. You know what it is because you have God. And I keep telling you, there are people in certain family and people that know that you still love them, but they know why you had to back away. What's understood ain't got to be explained. If they truly love you from a special place in their heart, they will go to God, they will test this word, they will test the message, and they will ask God about you, and God will give them the truth about you. Now, I want to touch based on that before I give you the other message that I got out of King Richard, right? God showed me, I want to say about a week and a half ago, right? That there were certain people I seen getting down, asking God for forgiveness. Now, I had this twice in a row. I had this, I want to say a couple months back. I told my father about it. And then I had the dream again, most recently, right? Okay, Eli, hold on. You don't want mommy. I told you mama got to do a video and we can go. Come on. You want to get out of here? You got to get out. That's ridiculous, Eli. That's ridiculous. Um, so what he showed me, it's not love. It's not love when they want you dead. And a lot of people, I told you earlier, y'all got to take everything I'm saying and write it down. I told you, when your light irritates people, demons, people will want you dead, because if they knew what you was set out to be from the time that you was born, they don't want you to step into that. They don't want you to step into it. They don't want you to have that. But I keep telling you, these people are going to have a rude awakening in their life for trying to play God in your life, trying to think that they could block things off with spell work, control how things flow into your life with spell work, casting all kind of negativity and evil eye against your life and what's supposed to flow into your life because they're bitter about how life turned out for them. And some of these people are 55 and up. So this is why I said matriarchs and patriarchs of the family that try to hide that they have their hands dabbled into witchcraft, into the occult. Because let me tell you something, how else would they have known what your destiny, what your purpose, and what you were slated to be doing, right? If they wasn't dabbling into that kind of stuff. I keep telling you, they was doing things that they didn't have no business doing, and they weren't doing it in the name of the Lord, because God can give you messages too. And I keep telling you, anything that's done out of spitefulness, out of vindictiveness, out of evil and malice and ill intent, that is not going to prevail or manifest in any kind of way that they wanted to in your life. Because whenever they sat up here and wanted these things to happen to you, you were doing what God was calling you to do. And outside of that, you were never setting out to cause anyone harm. With any gifts that you had, with what you were doing, you were not setting out to harm other people. These people wanted you harmed. You understand what I'm saying? These people wanted you harmed in the worst way. And what's sick and sadistic is if this people in your family, that's aunts and cousins, that seen you grow up and know what you was destined to become, and instead of sitting back and allowing you to be that, these people rather have you dead, rather have you drugged, exploited, sex trafficked, beat up, stolen from, heartbroken, broken, confused. It's crazy, and it's very deranged in their way of thinking. But I keep telling you, nothing is going to make sense when you are chosen and when you're on this path, because however the devil have to use people and utilize people, he's going to do it. I keep telling you time and time and time and time again. But when it gets to the point that God is tired and he's tired of talking, he's not as merciful and forgiving as these people think. He wasn't merciful and forgiving with the wise man, with those who opposed and went against Samson. Do you understand what I'm saying? With those who opposed Esther. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? It comes a point in time, baby, where he is not going to be that merciful and forgiving God like you think that he's supposed to be, especially when you out here doing things intentional to another human being that is undeserving of it. This was unprovoked. It was unnecessary. Okay, it was unnatural to feel that kind of way for another human being. It's unnatural. It is unnatural to be that envious and jealous that you let that seep through and sit there and soak and rot from the inside out, to where you just can't see someone be happy, be fruitful, be bountiful, be stable, be happy to live. There's something wrong with that. It's something very wrong with that. But it's also, like I said, people, what goes around come back around. And so I just think that, a lot of people, like I said, but that what I had about seeing people asking God for forgiveness. See, I have to write this stuff down so that I don't forget it. But it was two groups of people, two sets of people. So there were one set that God let me feel it too. Like, how you could have certain dreams that feel real. He let me feel what they were saying, like they were saying it, but he let me feel their true intentions and emotions behind what they were saying. So there was one group of people that was saying, Father, forgive me, for I did not know what I was doing. And if you cannot find it in your heart to forgive me, spare my children. I kid you not. It was like I was in a movie, like I was watching a movie, but I was there. And this group of people were very remorseful, but they were remorseful out of fear for God. They were remorseful out of the fear, and I felt the fear. But I was like, where is this fear coming from? They fearful, and then they're begging God for forgiveness. God says they fear me. They fear what I'm going to do to them for what they've done against you. They fear what I'm going to do to them for what they enacted against your children. They fear me, because I'm what surrounds you, keeps you, and protects you. And then there were another group of people that were asking God for forgiveness, but I didn't feel any emotion in them. But they were in the pulpit and they was in the church asking for forgiveness. And God said, these people are trying to save face. They're trying to save face to a mass group of people that they shunned you in front of. that they talked bad about you to, that they told these people they wanted the worst to happen to you. They paid these people to make it happen. And now that people can truly see you for who you are, because you can't run away from the truth. You can't run away from the truth. When I cleanse you off, I vindicate you, and I show people what the truth is. The truth is staring them right there. And now people can have one or two choices. They can choose to acknowledge the truth, or they can choose to denounce the truth and stay blind. These people that acknowledge the truth are tied to these people who were asking God for forgiveness, but truly didn't mean it. But they felt remorse in their heart for what these people wanted them to do. But the people who wanted them to do it didn't feel any remorse. You understand what I'm saying? They just wanted to save face. Because when you get a group of people, you say that this person is this and they need to be put down and they out here doing this and then the truth is being shown. People going to be looking at you. Well, why would you lie? Why would you want the worst to happen to this person? This ain't no bad person. Why would you want this? Why did you lie? Why did you want this to happen? Oh, forgive me. Oh, please. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I would never do it again, God. That's what it was. Saving face. Oh God, I don't know what I be doing at times to just be so mad, God. Oh God. But see, this is the thing. To the group of people who one group felt remorse and the other group didn't feel remorse. Neither group, it wouldn't even matter, because you would have been dead. You would have been sacrificed. Your life will be over as we know it. Do you understand what I'm saying? They cause you to go through things that the normal person don't even have to go through. These people wouldn't even be able to scratch the surface with what you've been able to overcome. The reason why they piled it on is because they thought for sure that this would break your spirit. And when it didn't break your spirit, and not only did it not break your spirit, but wherever you was at, when you was still standing tall, that's when people started to scatter like roaches, because it was like, you said that this person would be dead by now. You said that this person would have given up and not still been talking about God by now. You said that we could have got this person to flip the turn, to denounce God, but no matter where or what avenues we blocked and how we had to redirect them and reroute them, they still were hopeful. They were still optimistic. We couldn't break them. We couldn't destroy them like you said. So you had that wrong group saying, well, if we weren't able to accomplish what we set out to do, they must be being used by God. And if they being used by God, by all the things that we've done against them, I got to go run to the church. I got to go run and get down on my knees and ask God for forgiveness for what I've done against this person that didn't deserve it. Same as after they crucified Jesus, they said, what did we do? Did we just kill the Son of Man, the Son of God? Right? Supernatural things started to break. The tabernacle's broken in half. People do things, and then after they do it, they want to think about what they've done. God is trying to show these people, you've already done the damage. You already done the damage that I had to give them the strength to overcome and to get through. That wasn't up. That wasn't for free. I didn't just choose to turn the left cheek and turn a blind eye on what you've done and what you said and what you wanted. You have to pay for that. Now, you can ask for forgiveness. You can ask for forgiveness. There's nothing stopping you from asking for forgiveness. But at that point, whatever happens to you, that's in God's hands at this point. Too many people wanted to play God up in your life for whatever the reason. I feel like you know who was working with who, you know who you saw. These been the same people that's been gunning for you for years now. For some reason, for some strange reason, when these people see you in all your glory, your victory, and your light, it kills them. It kills them. They don't want people to view you a certain way. I don't even understand what the big deal of it is. You understand what I'm saying? But that also leads me to the second part of King Richard, right? So the second part of King Richard, you saw Richard always taking his kids to the tennis courts, right? He took his kids to the tennis courts. He was teaching them how to do tennis. Balance. There was structure, repetition, right? A set regimen that he had in place. And in the movie, you saw where there was some thugs that was trying to talk to one of Richard's eldest daughters. And for a while, Richard would let it go. He would tell them, look, I told y'all that, you know, these underage girls out here and I'm just taking them out here and, you know, just let us do our work. Just let us work. Right. And one day, them thugs came back and beat Richard senseless, right? Beating him up, beating him up. One of them took out a gun and clocked him with it. But before he clocked him with it, he put it to his temple and said, "You see, old man, nobody don't give a fuck about you, old man. Ain't nobody coming to save you, old man." And clocked Richard with the gun. It's only so much a person can take when they're trying to be meek with you. They're trying to be understanding with you. And the shit that we asking people to give us is something that we shouldn't even have to ask for. I shouldn't have to ask you not to invade my privacy. I shouldn't have to ask you not to cross my spiritual boundaries. I shouldn't have to ask you to be respectful to me, my children, my life. If I'm not bothering you, don't bother us. If I ain't trying to sit up here and come for you, don't come for us. You understand what I'm saying? The things that you ask people for, the things you shouldn't even have to ask for, it's a given. Okay? But at some point you get tired. I want to level set because Richard was on his way to do something stupid. Now I want to be very clear because I'm on this public platform and I don't know what people out there trying to sabotage me, trying to twist my words. I am saying this pertaining to a movie. At some point, you get tired and you get fed up. You get tired of people screwing with you when you don't screw with them, sabotaging your whole fucking life when you don't do that shit to their kids. You don't even do it to them or their grandkids. God is taking note of every single thing, every face, every lie, every attack against your life and that of your children, and how he told you, keep your hands clean. I got this. I seen what they've been doing. You want to know why I ain't getting them back then? You want to know why I ain't getting them the second time? You want to know why I ain't riding them up the third time? You want to know why I ain't getting them the fourth time, in the fifth time, in the sixth time? Because I got my time on when I do things. God told you, keep your hands clean. Keep your hands clean. I got this. I seen who been going up against you. I got this. Keep your hands clean. I'm trying to take you somewhere. You notice that in the hood when y'all know the ones who about to make it out the hood for a sport or for whatever. You got the ones that's in the street that tell them, "Hey man, don't get your hands tied up in this, man. I don't want to sabotage your chance of going pro, man. Don't do that, man. Leave that sucker shit to me, man. You gonna make it out of here. You gonna make it out of here. Keep your hands clean." It's the same thing what God told you. Keep your hands clean. What these people wanted for you is temporary. I don't care if they keep doing it sporadically here. It lasts for a year. It lasts for 2 years. This, that, and the third. Keep your hands clean. Because I know that when they sat up here and was doing this mess to you, you weren't sitting up here nowhere doing this to them or anybody else for that nature, for that matter. So when the man sat up there, clocked him and said, "Ain't nobody coming for you, old man. Nobody give a fuck about you, old man." That's what these people thought. Nobody cares about you. Everybody joke you. Everybody mocks you. Everybody says you're weird. Who cares? You're so weird until people need money. You so fucking weird till people got to sit up here and take the blueprint of your life and what you built and try to emulate it, duplicate it, and copy. You so weird. You such the black sheep. You such the bad seed. Until people want to sit up here and feel so intimidated about what was set out for you, what you built for your life, and how they want to sabotage it and take it down. You so weird. You so crazy. You so fucking deranged. Till people want to sit up here and lay down with you, profit up off of you, utilize your energy to create resources and opportunities for themselves. You so weird. You so crazy. You don't know what you're saying. What you're doing is unorthodox. But while you're doing it, you're minding your business. While they sitting up here wherever they at, critiquing you, judging you, because they minding your business too. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm sorry. I'm confused. Okay, my baby confused too. He don't understand it either. So, like I said, like what I'm saying, God's telling you to keep your hands clean. God telling you to keep your hands clean. I want y'all to go watch that scene. If you don't watch the whole movie, I'm pretty sure it's in the beginning, or y'all could type it up on Google. Matter of fact, let me type this up for y'all and see what it tell me. Okay, in the movie King Richard, it's a thug got shot in street after beating Richard up in tennis court. Meaning, right? We're finna see what Chat GPT say. Ha! Ooh, baby. Do it like it's my B-Day. Do it like it's my B-Day. Do it like it's my B-Day. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what I got from that, and I'm gonna tell y'all what Chat GPT said. Yeah, baby, do it like it's my B-Day, baby. So the example that I told y'all about King Richard getting beat down in the tennis court by the thug, right? Richard was going there teaching his kids tennis, minding his business. The thugs wanted to keep being disrespectful, beat Richard up in the tennis court. Now, Richard was on his way to go get his security gun to go meet the dudes where they was at. He was going to shoot them down. But before Richard could take the gun and shoot him, dude got shot down in the street because of a drive-by shooting. He got gunned down in the street like he wasn't shit. The same way how he told Richard he ain't shit and ain't nobody coming to save him. Clocked Richard with a gun. And the same, like not the same gun, but he died and really got shot at in the street. So Richard didn't even have to take it to the streets and do back to this dude what was done to him. He didn't have to enact revenge or pass down judgment on them. That same dude in Thug that beat Richard up in the fucking tennis court and clocked him and told him that he wasn't shit, put the gun to his temple. You don't do that to nobody. Beat somebody senseless within an inch of their life, and then you take out a gun like you about to finish him, and you say, nobody give a fuck about you, old man. And that same Thug, right before Richard could shoot him down, his ass got gunned down in the street. See, you got to watch how you come for people, baby. You got to watch who you put your mouth on. You got to watch who you put that damn spell work and yeah, you got to watch it because God watching. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody be thinking that they be so creative and they be so smart. But when God is using you, he's not going to let you die the way that these people want to let you die. He's not going to let you suffer the way that these people want you to suffer because it's somewhere evidently that he has to take you. When you tell God, I sign up to do your will, to be a beacon of hope to your people, you're going to go through the worst. You're going to be tried the worst. In order for God to come through and save you, vindicate you, clean you off, for you to be a representation of how God does not play about his chosen ones. Too many people be out here trying to mock God and mock who believes in God because they be in positions of power, feeling like they could do anything. Because in the physical, they have positions of power. In the physical, they have more money than you. But in the spiritual, they can't hold a candle next to your protection and to the favor that you have over your life. Do you understand me what I'm saying? They can't just rip you of your calling, rip you of your anointing, rip you of your protection because of spell work, because of groups that they working with, because they want to break your spirit. Then when you try to go take shit to the street, God tell you, keep your hands clean. Keep your hands clean. I got this. I know who was going up against you. Okay. So like I said, we finna go and let Chat GPT say what they got to say about it, right? Same scene that I just told you about. In King Richard, the scene where the neighborhood thug is later shot in the street. I do not have to lie to you. After he and his friends had beaten Richard on the tennis court, carries a symbolic and narrative meaning, not a karma or supernatural one, right? But here what it represents. The danger of the environment Richard was protecting his daughters from. Out of respect, he told that don't talk to my daughters. They're underage. You shouldn't be talking to them anyway, right? So the shooting shows how violent and unpredictable the neighborhood really was. Richard constantly pushed Venus and Serena away from the streets because he knew exactly how quickly bad situations could escalate. A reminder that Richard's restraint saved him. I want to touch base on that, right? Richard's restraint not to take it back to the street and shoot this dude down who clocked him and beat him up in the tennis court. Don't you know he wouldn't have been in a position to coach Venus and Serena the way that they needed, what got them to superstardom in their life, had he not been the pillar, the father that he needed to be. He needed to be free. He needed to have his freedom and a clean record to be that pillar and that foundation for Venus and Serena. Had he retaliated, who knows what Venus and Serena would have been, if they would have been the stars that we know today. God be having a plan, baby, even when it don't look like it. Because some of us, the same way that's symbolic to me, the same way that Richard got beat up in that tennis court is some of the same ways that people have beat us up in life. They come for us and it be unwarranted. It be unprovoked. It be downright stupid and ignorance. All that man asked for was respect for his daughters. You know what I'm saying? And he had to get beat up for that. So the same way how people felt like they needed to beat you up, God's going to take it to the streets and end it there in the streets. And he's going to do it with keeping your hands clean. A reminder that Richard's restraint saved him. Earlier, Richard had planned to retaliate with a gun, but he stopped himself. The shooting, he stayed there to see the dude get shot out in the street too. The shooting later implies if Richard had acted in anger, he could have been the one killed or arrested. What I just said, he wouldn't have been there for Venus and Serena. By staying focused on his daughter's futures, he avoided being pulled into the street life. Richard to Venus and Serena is you connected to your kids and to your future. You thought about your future. People think they so fucking smart. Who this lady is, Sammy, the R&B singer, his mother got locked up for killing one of her gang stalkers, but she shot at a couple people, right? But everybody want to call this lady crazy. Everybody want to say that somebody crazy until they really be put in a position or predicament where people be out here abusing their positions of power to try to bind people's will or to irritate people or to cause them. Like I said, had we not had restraint, we would have been arrested. We would have been killed. Our life would have been worse off than what it was. And that's what they wanted. That's why they gang stalk, to drive you fucking crazy, to make it look like something's wrong with you, get you to do something stupid out your element. You ain't finna do it because God has already told you to keep your hands clean. God has already told you to keep your hands clean. So by staying focused on his daughter's futures, he avoided being pulled into the street life, right? So I'm finna put a couple of things down in here, right? King Richard, the movie. I'm finna put Sammy, R&B singer, mother, arrested for killing gang stalker. People think they be so fucking so smart. This shit ending. It's coming to God has to end it. You went through too much and you got through it and you endured. It has to end. I'm sorry. I'm sorry these people couldn't break your spirit. I'm sorry you couldn't break my spirit. I'm sorry that I can't roll over and be the weak bitch that you want me to be. I don't know how you thought I was going to be weak and I got a kid to take care of and I got goals and a life that I want to live. I don't know how you thought I was going to roll over and play dead when I really ain't fucking dead. Every breath that's up in my body, I'm finna use to live my life and make my life the way that I want it. I'm sorry that you got a problem with that. I'm sorry that you got a problem with me. I'm sorry that you've always had a fucking problem with me, that you've always been jealous and envious for some strange damn reason. This family stuff tied to envy that your aunts, if it's aunts and cousins, and had it way back with your mother with sisters, sibling rivalry. You understand what I'm saying? And it comes down to the children. You understand what I'm saying? This shit didn't even have to get this far. It didn't even have to get this far. I promise you that. It's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. Dream state. People are asking for forgiveness. I'm telling you, whether they are being sincere about it or they're not, they're being put in a position, even if they faking it. They asking for forgiveness. They did too much. They did too much. They did too much. had you out here in the worst fucking way, and you kept it together. So you've earned your right through pure grit and stamina and resilience. It ain't funny. I promise you that. Wherever they at, how is it funny when you overcame it? You overcame shit that they wouldn't even be able to overcome. They sat back and waited for you to fall, waited for you to give up, waited for them to see you what? You still kept going. Through all the damn game stalking, mirroring, stalking, abuse, all of it. You worked so hard to do all of this just for, in the end, for your mouth to for you to write a check that your ass can't cash. You understand what I'm saying? You these people are not even ready for what's about to come their way. I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you that. Trust me and believe me when I tell you. I'm finna wrap this up, but when you answered your call, I don't know who is upset about that, but they've been the ones. This wasn't no self-imposed affliction where you was just a fuck up and you just did the wrong things in life and you made the wrong decisions. They kept screwing with you. They kept sending people your way. They kept trying to set you up to look like a fuck up and a screw up because they were jealous and they were envious. And some of these people were 55 plus, but they got people on board to do this shit. And not because you did something to these people, but because these people had a bone to pick with you and wanted they pound of fucking flesh. And now they all finna feel it. Because if you was the type of person that was supposed to go through everything and what these people wanted you to go through, God would have been made it happen as a lesson to you. And he would have kept dragging it out. Once you learn the lesson, you move on, you move forward. Okay. Getting back to what I'm saying, I'm finna wrap this up. The contrast between the two paths, right? The thug's path, violence, retaliation, street survival, it would have ended badly. Richard's path, discipline, sacrifice, long-term thinking, and breaking generational cycles. How would he have been able to do that if he would have let the tactics of the enemy get him out of his element, right? And he would have shot or been killed by that game. Do you understand what I'm saying? God knows what he be saying when he tell you to sit still and keep your hands clean. Choosing growth and purpose over ego and revenge can change an entire family's destiny. Did you hear that? For the enemies that listen to me too? Did you hear that? Let me go ahead and repeat that for you. Are you opening up your ears? Did you clean the wax out your ears? Choosing growth and purpose over ego and revenge can change an entire family's destiny. But nobody chose to think about that, right? From the mama side and the daddy side, nobody chose to think about that because they just didn't want you to be the one to break it. They want you to be the one to change the family dynamic or destiny or course of everybody's life. Now, you tell me something. You cursed your damn self and that of your kids and your grandkids just to ensure that the person who you didn't like, who you didn't want to be in position, that God has already appointed to be in position. You cursed everybody's life and future and destiny by sitting up here trying to sabotage somebody else's instead of putting your ego to the side. What did it say? Choosing growth and purpose. Choosing growth and purpose would have meant a lot of people would have minded their damn business. A lot of people would have stayed out your way. A lot of people would have let you live your life and care for the quality of life that you were building for yourself, right? Because you would have chose growth and purpose. If you could break the curse, the generational curse off the family, that cures the whole damn family generation in line. But the ignorance in people, why you gotta be you? But why you gotta be you? But why God gotta favor you? But why you gotta be all intelligent? Why you gotta be you? I could do it too. I can anything you do, I could do better. Fucking stupid. I feel sad. I feel sad for them that they can't just People just can't be themselves. I don't know what it is, but like I said, somebody got to be in alignment somewhere, because you ain't out here trying to compete where you don't compare. And people be thinking that they're being smart, but there are people that are around them and see that they ain't got it all. There's people that see that they do what they do to be in competition and to compete with other people rather than doing it because they're trying to be an individual. So when people think that they're getting away with something, a person can tell a real person from a fake person. You understand what I'm saying? An originator from a copycat. So you just gotta let people be the retards that they are. Ain't nobody trying to. I'm finna step out. When God tell me keep my hands clean, that's him trying to say, let me step aside. Let me step aside and let you handle it. Real life grounding. It's also a reality check that violence wasn't dramatized. It reflected the actual environment Venus and Serena grew up in. So as much as people try to say Richard was a bad person, or Richard was this, or Richard was that, baby, that showed Richard's character development, that he could have took it to the streets to the dude who beat him up and didn't have no reason to, but he chose to practice a level of tact, of restraint. The worst, the thing that you could do that pissed the enemy off so bad is they trying everything to throw everything at you. Oh, that didn't get you? How about that? Oh, that didn't get you? How about that? Oh, that didn't get you? Hold on, let me try again. Oh, that didn't upset you? Hold on, let me try again. Wait, hold on. Wait, you ain't irritated yet? Hold on, let me try again. Hold on, let me do it again. Oh, you built that? Oh, you built that? Oh, let me go destroy that. You ain't mad? You ain't mad? You ain't mad? Hold on, let me try again. Hold on. Wait, let me do it again. Hold on. Are you there? Are you there? Dang, why nobody doing nothing? Why nobody saying nothing? Dang, ain't nobody home? Why I don't hear nothing? Why I don't hear nothing? You ain't tired yet? Hold on, let me do it again. Hold on. Yeah, somebody like Ventura, we get it. No, you don't 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 get it. These people keep doing stuff. They keep doing stuff. You keep getting up praying. They keep doing stuff. You ain't tired yet? They back up for years, let you build your life, and then they want to try to destroy you again. Dang, you ain't tired yet? Dang, ain't nobody home? Dang, why you not saying nothing? Why you not giving us a reaction? Why you won't give in so that we could destroy you, so that we could label you off, so we could call you crazy? Dang, ain't nobody there? Hold on. Let me do it again. Ain't nobody there? Nobody there? You not tired? You not tired? Let me do it again. Hold on, let me do it again. That's fucking insanity. And if people can't see that, it's something wrong with all of them. And at this point, I tell you, it's going back to what I said. This is spiritual warfare between good and evil. That's why they won't stop. They've already made a pact. They've already took an everlasting vow to fucking destroy you and not stop until you're destroyed, until you're annihilated, until you're down and you can't get back up. But how you going to do that to somebody that God has already chosen? So you basically saying that you bigger than God? You better than God? Or you more powerful than God? They're learning a valuable lesson now. I want to take from the movie Wicked, the party scene. I'm being very specific in my scenes, right? And I had seen this movie a while back, and I know my mom was, not too keen about me watching it with the baby because, she felt like it was a lot of stuff in there, and it is, but it's a lot of stuff in a lot of things. It's magic in these Disney movies and all kind of stuff. So we see in a party scene with Wicked, right? And I'm gonna look that up. The party scene with Wicked where her dad denounced her, right? Or disowned her at birth because she came out green. And you see how that's just been the story of her life, always having to be strong because there's always ignorance everywhere she goes, somebody judging her. So fast forward, you see the party scene that Glenda invited her to. And this particular scene, Redball, this particular scene, she arrives to the party wearing a hat that Glenda gave her. And you see how everybody is stepping aside, doing this, stepping aside, don't want to dance with her. They're judging her, they're mocking her, they're laughing at her. Like, why did she show up to the party looking like that? Nobody wants her here. But instead of leaving, you see that she stays, right? And for a while, it's embarrassing to her sister because her sister is seeing how people are laughing at her, not understanding why she's there, why she stayed, and why she just won't leave. After a while, you see Glenda step out from the crowd and she chooses to do the dance with her, right? And then you see Glenda's friends saying, why are you doing this? Stop. It's total like popularity sabotage. And she's like, no. She's like, no. Why should I treat somebody indifferent and do this and it's hurting her? It's not fair. She's no different from us. And a lot of movies you don't too much see me crying. But if it's something that hits close to home, I'm going to cry. And 31 years old, I cried. I cried because it hit close to home, right? And building up to that, you see where Glenda does something, right? So you see in the scene, Wicked, the witch is like doing this, right? But then you see Glenda, her head is turned. You see Glenda do this. And you see in the scene where she has her head like that, and Glenda touches her, and she closes her eyes. And as she closes her eyes, tears fall down. It didn't make sense how people did you. I think now as people have gotten grown and maybe you've backed away from people and left people alone and people you didn't react the way that people thought that you would react. You just cut people off and you walked away and you wished them well. It's hitting people like a ton of bricks that they fucked over a good person. They didn't have to. They chose to be a bully. They chose to be a tyrant. They chose to be a witch, a warlock that went up against you. And whether they chose to do this for frivolous reasons or not, none of it was justified. None of it. To treat somebody like that. Another thing that I got from that is a lot of people do things, and I told y'all before, it wasn't that you did something to them. They had a bone to pick with you because they didn't like you because of other people or because of what they seen in you. You see in the crowd, all these people not even knowing her, but following everybody else's lead because everybody else is backing up from her. Everybody else is treating her like she got some kind of a disease. Right? Glenda was the only one who stepped out to dance with her. Not make her feel like she's fucking left out. Because she's a human just like everybody else. Right? You're a human just like everybody else. You may come off a little bit different. You stand for justice. You stand for what's right, what's moral, what's just. But if somebody couldn't get down with that, they should have left you alone. Left your name alone. Didn't treat you indifferent. Treated you the same as they treated other people. But just chose not to lock in with you. You get what I'm saying? Nobody did that. They made you feel so on the outskirts of things. It didn't even make sense. And kicked you when you was already down. Made faces that you made shit hard for you than it already was. They all paying for that. Every single last one of them. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you an example, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Right. So Glenda steps out to dance with her so that she doesn't feel strange, right? So at I'm just gonna say Wicked Elphaba, or whatever her name is in the movie. Spent her whole life, like I mentioned before, being stared at, avoided, mocked, treated like she's the problem. Right? Made to be made to feel like everywhere you go, you are the problem. But these people are the people who cause problems in your life. They cause drama and chaos in your life. And so when Glenda pulls her into the dance without hesitation, you know, she cried because it was like someone finally sees me as normal, you know, and as worthy, right? Lord, he's in the thing. And so what makes her cry isn't just the act of kindness. It's the fact that Glenda didn't think twice to step out and do this for her. It was like, I'm not going to have you go out and be looking like that. You feel me? If they call you weird, they're going to call me weird. If they say that you a freak, they're going to say that I'm a freak. You feel me? Because really the ones who, after you seen Glenda take a stance and step out, now here go the dummies in the box. And now everybody want to come and do the same thing, dance that Wicked was doing. You don't see what I'm trying to tell you? Step out and be an individual. People will follow your lead if they want to. But see, too many people is following the wrong lead and misjudging and misinterpreting who you were because of the wrong people who had a fucking issue with you. But they want to come out and say it. Want to make it seem like they was doing this for the greater good. They was doing it for their greater good, not for everybody else's. Because if they was thinking about other people, they would have stopped doing what they were doing to you spiritually. Look at her. So she didn't pity her, right? She just acted as if she belonged. And so for someone who always felt like an outsider, you don't know how that feels when somebody finally sees you. It's like people been seeing you, but they didn't truly see you. They didn't truly take the time to see who you are, who you were, what you could bring. You understand what I'm saying? It was just like hate, envy, envy. I hate you. I hate you. I want the worst for you. I'm gonna join in and I'm gonna laugh at you too because I don't like you, but you didn't give people a fucking reason. Everybody from everywhere. Everybody got a problem with you. Everybody chiming in to do you wrong, to attack you, to want the worst for your life. That scene, I'm gonna tell you something. That scene means a lot to people who have been made to feel like outsiders all their life. And that's why I pointed out that scene. God has seen everything. I'm going across the board. He's seen everything. He's telling you, keep your hands clean. I don't know what you've been thinking, baby. I don't know what you was getting ready to purchase, what you was getting ready to do. But this has been your confirmation today, boo. I came on here on my birthday to let y'all know what's understood ain't got to be explained. Keep your damn hands clean so you can step into this victory and glory and blessings that God had for you. These people ain't stopped shit. They stopped their own life. Yeah, they took you through some things. You went through some things. That's all what they ever do. That's all what they ever do. It's cause a little friction, a detour, a reroute. Okay? So, what you got to understand is what they wanted for you was out of malice, out of ill intent, out of spite, out of envy, out of jealousy. That's why they wanted what they wanted for you. That's not what God wants for you. Because if that's what God wanted for you, baby, let me tell you something. You would have been going through the trenches. God would have never lifted you up in the first place. He would have never lifted you up back then, prior to your spiritual awakening and after. God keep lifting you up because he doesn't intend for you to be down wherever that may be. It doesn't mean that you're the next Queen Victoria, royalty of England, and all this other extra type of stuff. All what I'm saying is everybody got their purpose. Everybody got their own crown, got their own throne. It's never that serious when you're up that high. That's why I'm telling you, dealing with ducks and you dealing with fucking crabs. When you are high, you don't want to step up off your throne to make sure that someone else can be beneath you. I don't know how high these people thought that they were, but baby, you ain't meant to be beneath any damn body. And they so freaking low, it ain't no room for anybody to be beneath them. They already at the bottom. So, you know what I'm saying? This scene really meant a lot to people who have been outsiders. because you have that one person that steps up and can truly see you for who you are, and they don't care how they lose recognition or they lose popularity or what they lose. They're gonna stand up for you. And you see that when Glenda stood up for her, she fucking cried, bro. You get tired all your life. You got to fight all your life. This girl been made to feel like an outside, like she's weird, like something wrong. And look how people willing to do her. And she's still being strong in the midst of it. Somebody sees you. Somebody sees you being strong in the midst of adversity. They see that you and just run away out the party like a wimp. But there are people who are embarrassed, that was embarrassed to see you go through that, but still saw you standing strong. But the sister didn't help. But Glenda stepped out. The sister could have stepped out. So you know what I take from that? Your own family. Boy, listen. God, I don't know why you had me come on here today. Because that wasn't even going to talk about that. That's not even how I, you know what I'm saying? That's not even where I was going with that scene. But you know what I get from that? Glenda, a non-family member. Basically, no blood ties. Mind you, Wicked has always stepped up for her sister. Only did what she could to protect her. But I'm just so ashamed. I can't watch. Why didn't you go out and go dance with your sister then? You was too damn busy, too focused on the wrong damn thing, wanting to be fucking accepted. That's your sister. So you know what I get from that? Your own family. Then you want to step up and stick up for your own family or certain people in your family. Saw, embarrassed you going through it, but ain't doing shit to help you. Glenda stepped out. And Glenda was like, I'm not finna have you go out like that. And when she touched her, and cried. You see them tears flowing down her face like that. People never understand. All the times you screamed out. All the times you cried, took long showers. I'm glad I didn't die. I'm trying not to die. I'm trying to live. And people chose not to see. And they're paying for it. Wicked. The movie Wicked, the first one, the dance scene. Her own sister didn't step out to dance with her. But you had Glenda, a complete, not a total stranger, but a friend, just a mere friend, just a roommate. Right? That stepped out and touched her. Like, I see you. You are somebody. Hold your head up. Never let nobody see you sweat. You pressure. If somebody got to go this hard, you pressure. You got people in higher ups that's supporting this shit, you pressure. And they're trying to do everything that they can to break you. Why? What's the purpose? What's the point? What's the end goal? Yeah. And it brought me, like I said, to this example, right? It's almost like you getting in the line. You didn't understand why God had you go through this set regimen, right? You didn't understand why I told you before, why God didn't stop these bullies a long time ago. Why he didn't put these naysayers and these hidden enemies in a place a long time ago. It cost you years of your life. It cost you opportunities. It cost you to be rerouted. It caused you to be demoted. It caused you a lot of losses, a lot of chaos, a lot of pain on your chest, a lot of shit in your soul that you had to heal from, a lot of memories that you had to heal from, a lot of attacks that you had to overcome, a lot of prayers, baby, that you had to send up. A lot of times you had to get up and you had to keep walking when nothing was going right for you, and all you had was your faith and your belief in the Most High, that he was going to set the divine order of things in your life. Not because even that's what he promised you and what he owe you, but because that's what you deserve. I'm sorry that these people just couldn't let you be. I'm so sorry that every time they do things to you and they look back and they expect you to be down, expect to laugh, or expect to make you be the first one, baby. It's the first one. right? Not the wicked for good. The first one, the dancing, right? They keep looking back and expecting you to be down, expecting you to be bewildered, to be perplexed, to be shaken up. You serve as inspiration to the very same people who tried to have your head on a pike. You know what I'm saying? Tried to serve you up, tried to offer you up, tried to sacrifice you, because it's like, I know damn well the average Joe wouldn't be able to survive this. They would have been crap by now. Somebody would have been hurt by now. But you know what? Years down the line, all your money spent, all your opportunities sabotage, God still comes in and drop it in your spirit. He tell you, keep your hands clean, because what's been put on the back burner and what was last is now finna be first. You understand what I'm saying? What was put on the back burner is finna get rejuvenated, refurbished, and picked back up. You finna have the resources and the sources of what you need to put your life back together, because these people came for you and it was unprovoked. It was unnecessary. So I got to restore you back to your original glory and victory before these people came in trying to sabotage and break and destroy what I helped you build. They some damn fools, boy. I tell you, in the utmost degree, got to be on some drugs. Live, love, laugh. Got to be on some damn drugs. They got to be on that narcotic bad. You understand me? Something ain't right up here. When you keep coming for somebody, you keep seeing God rejuvenate them and shoot them up. That means leave them alone. It's no more in our hands. That's why I seen them people asking God for forgiveness. They know that it doesn't make any sense to come to you and say, Victoria, can you forgive me? Victoria, do you forgive me? Victoria, you're not going to sue me? Victoria, it's in God's hands. They did too much. You understand what I'm saying? They did too much, baby. They did too much. And see, you didn't understand why God didn't get these people, why he didn't handle these people. He kept telling you, get up, get in the line, get your food. At a set time, do this. If you too early, let 2 people skip you. Let 3 people skip you. He was teaching you discipline. He was still yet teaching you how to be meek, how to be humble, even with less. And it was less of what you was dealing with, what you had to manage, because of what people kept doing against you. You say, God, I know you got the power to end it. I know you got the power. He said, no, get up, get in the line. Let 2 people skip you if you ahead. Sit down. You was in a vicinity of these bullies, and like clockwork, it happened every day. You get in the line, you get your food, you sit down. The bullies eat their food, but then the bullies come over to you and flip over your tray. They flip over your tray. Call you a simp, call you a punk, right? Call you all kind of things. Call you a goofy bitch, call you all kind of things. Weird, crazy, whatever. Where have people been calling you? Right? You go to class, you go home, God tell you, get back up, do it again. Get in the line, you get your food, the bullies eat, you get your food, you sit down, they come over, they flip your tray. God tell you, get up, do it again. You didn't understand it. It's not making sense what I'm saying, but it's going to make sense after I get done saying it. It's going to make sense. God was teaching you structure and order, even in the midst of adversity, even in the midst of things not working out for you, because he knew where he was going to take you. You know what you're capable of, right? This just ain't the time and the place for that, right? This is the time and the place to hearken unto his voice and do what he tells you to do. And that's what you did. Get up, get in the line. If you ahead, let 2, 3 people skip you. Let 4 people skip you. I need you at the table, sitting down at this specific time. You sit down, the bullies eat their food, they come over, they get your tray, they flip your tray in your face. They don't get you while you're in the line. They don't get you before you get in the line. They want to get you after you took the time to get to the line, to get in the line, to wait for your food, to sit down and you're about to eat your food. Flip! But what God tell you to do? What God tell you to do? Get up. Do it again. Get in the line. You too early, let 2, 3 people skip you. Get your food. Sit down. The bullies eat their food. They come back over on your end. Like clockwork. Flip over your tray. God tell you, get up. Do it again. Get in the line. If you're ahead, let 2, 3 people skip you. Go, sit down. The bullies eat their food like clockwork. They come over. Flip your tray. God say, one day, I'm going to tell you that the day is the day. And that's going to be the day that it don't matter if you hear the school bell ring, you sit right there because I'm finna serve you justice. The same food that they bellies was getting fat up off of, that they bodies was getting nourishment and replenishment off of, the same food that they earned up off of your hard work and your back and your energy, finna be the same food that they throw up in front of you and give it all back to you. You finna receive it all back. And you finna sit right there and watch me do it. It's like they kept coming over, flipping your tray, poisoning your food, standing there watching you throw up all your food, right? Seeing you losing things, seeing you things going disarray. But God kept saying, get up, go, do, get up, go, do, get up, go, sit down, get up, get. Like clockwork, they come over to screw with you. But see, this time, something stopped them in their tracks, right? This time, as they went over like clockwork to come screw with you and poison your food and flip over your tray, they couldn't get to you. These people wanted you beneath them for some reason. They wanted you bark, dog. Eat when we say dog. Get up, dog. You eat when we tell you to eat, dog. Oh, you need money, dog? Oh, I ain't got it, dog. I guess you're going to have to wait till I want to give it to you, dog. They didn't have to do that shit to you. They did not have to do that to you. I promise you they did overkill. Only they know what they did. Everybody knows. They just thought that you was in the fucking blind. But how can you be in the blind if God is surrounding you and protecting you, baby? Just because you kept coming back around them and you kept being in their vicinity doesn't mean that you was prone to fucking attack. God was telling you what to do. Stand down. Hold your mule. Keep your hands clean. They thought shit was up. And it wasn't. And it never was. And it never will be. Absolutely. Absolutely. So the same way how they sat back, saw you throw up, thought that shit was funny. God told you one day, as you was going to do the same thing that you've been doing every day, set regimen you doing every day. He told you today is the day. And when you got up, baby, you rejoiced. For some reason, they didn't understand why when you get up out your bed, you're happy. You in the line, you happy. It's because you know that these people ain't finna be able to fuck with you about too much longer. Baby, you know God finna set the divine order of things, baby. You know that God finna stop them dead in their tracks, baby. You know that as we go into 2026, that shit ain't up, baby. You already know, baby. Because God told you keep your hands clean. They trying to figure out why you so happy. Why you got a new walk to you. Why you got a new talk to you. Why you chest out, head up. You ain't letting nobody see you sweat. What's up? What's up? Your bill's still getting paid. What's up? You ain't in defect. Ain't shit in collection. You ain't out on the street. Baby, because you know God has already told you. Whenever he told you, today is the day. This month is the month. January, all 2026 finna be the year. However God told you, baby, he told you. So you got up. You got in the line. You sat where you sat. And like clockwork, these damn bullies was getting up to do the shit again. But somehow, some way, baby, they wasn't able to get to you. And see, this is the thing about when people poison your food. They sabotage you and they destroy you. And they think that you're weak. They think that you're going to roll over. They think that you're going to give up. They think that they could just have your way with your life. Do anything that they want to do to you. Because your low down karmic ass family was backing them up. You had law officials involved up in it. Who I'm talking to. You had people that didn't even know you too damn well involved up in it. Fake ass friends involved up in it. They just knew for sure you was going to throw in your hat this time. They knew for sure they was going to be able to knock you up off your thing this time. They knew for sure. Ooh, take another hit. Take another hit. Take another hit. Ooh, you ain't going to be able to get up this time. But God already told you, baby, before these bullies got to you, he said, today is the day. Don't get up until I tell you to get up. So this is what happens. They poisoned your food. They sat back, thought that shit was funny. They kept flipping over your tray. They sat back, thought that shit was funny. They kept fucking with your progress, sitting back waiting till you made progress, only to derail and demote and rewrite your life. They sat back and thought that shit was funny. So now when they come in to come mess with you, God say, sit there where you at. Today is the day. One thing about bullies, they don't want to let people know when they've been defeated, when they've been conquered. Where there's a bully, there's a bigger bully. I seen it all the time. I seen people come to school, be bullies, and be scared as hell of their parents. Their parents can make them piss their pants on the school campus. You understand what I'm saying? A bully just do things to try to overcompensate what they're lacking. And for some strange reason, it's like you spread a light on what these people be lacking and what they've been spending their whole life trying to overcompensate to hide what they're lacking. But they see you confident in the things that you lack and that you don't have, and you're confident in the things that you are in abundance of and that you do have. They can't stand that. And that sounds like a personal fucking problem. So they sat back and thought it was funny, you throwing up. Now, this is what they do. They come over, done ate their food, but see, this time, they can't get to you because now something wrong, something sick, something foul, something wrong with the food that they done ate this particular day. This particular day, they doing this. They don't want to see you. They don't want to let you see them throw up. God say, sit right there. You say, God, the school bell done rang. I said, the day is the day. Sit right there. They ain't got the same willpower as you. I know what I'm telling you to do. Sit right there. Today is the day. They ain't got the same strength as you. That's why they had to group up in fucking groups and packs. That's why they had to use people, call in fucking favors. All against one you. Sit right there. You gonna see this. He gonna let you see it. He gonna let you hear about it. Trust me and believe me what I tell you. This shit wasn't up what they did. I promise you that. I promise you that. The whole damn group trying to hold it back so bad. They trying to hold it back so bad. While they was sitting back laughing when you was throwing up, laughing when you was losing things, laughing when you couldn't balance everything up in your life, you but one person with no help, but God's help. Eventually, baby, they finna throw up. And what they've been hiding, everybody finna know. That's God's justice for you. They owe you for all that food that they got fat up off of, all the opportunities that was afforded to them, all the resources that was given to them to see you sabotage and to see you down. The same back that they profit up off of, whose bellies got fat up off of their energy, off of their food, they finna run all that shit back. All that finna get ran back. And not only is it finna get ran back, in the process of them running it back, you finna also hear about the judgment that's been rendered upon their life. And not just their life. Because see, when they hit you, they didn't just hit you. They hit your kids too. Huh? They affected your future too. Huh? And they thought that shit was funny. God tell you sit right there until they throw up. Don't you move. Don't you walk away not a second before you see every single person that kept flipping over your fucking tray, every single person that kept eating your food, poisoning your food, doing all kind of stuff. You gonna sit right there and let them throw up everything that they ate. Meaning what they took and what they got up off of you ain't hitting up on a pile of beans. They either done already lost it, spent it all up. Their wells done ran dry. And that ain't the only judgment that God finna render upon their life. Baby, let me tell you something. You go down the list on every single foul thing that they ever sent your way, that they ever talked about, that they ever did, cause people to look at you, laugh at you, fucking mock you, every environment that you were subjected to. Oh! I know, baby. I know. Mama gonna wrap it up. Come on. You know mama get passionate. Come on. I know. For playing with you like that. They owe you for playing with you like that. And I'm telling you, today is the day. Today is the day. They owe you. And God gonna make sure that you sit there and that you see every judgment and every person that's gonna be affected for everything that they did to you. I know, baby. You gonna clap? Good job. Clap. You gonna say bye-bye? You say bye-bye? You just did it. No, you want my phone. You want to say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Tell him bye-bye. Baby. Baby. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. You do clap. Yes. Say bye-bye. We'll do bye-bye. You was just doing it. Bapu. Okay. Well, like I said, it's happening. It is happening. Cause they keep coming from wall to wall. These enemies trying to set me back, but they don't know that. They don't know that I'm gonna pray. It don't matter what they say. These enemies trying to hold me back, but they don't know that. Somebody gave me Pokemon cards. Somebody gave me Pokemon cards. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't trade Pokemon cards. But they gave them to me. No matter what they say, because they don't know that I'm going to pray. I don't care what you do to me, because God said he loved me. These enemies trying to hold me back, but they don't know where I be at. It don't matter what they say, because they don't know that I'm going to pray. That's right, baby. That's why you got to be mindful. But next time that you sit up there and you feel something about somebody that ain't done nothing to you, you go pray about it. You go heal. Okay? You don't sit up here and try to attack that person's life because you think that it's up. Because it ain't, my G. It ain't. And it's sad because God gonna let you see it. God gonna let you see from every single person that sat up here, even the ones who sat up here and participated in the gossip, the people who participated in the slander, the people who participated and made you feel some type of way. There's a new beginning that people have been trying to stop in your life. Baby, let me tell you something. I don't know why. I just want to put this out. I don't know why they hate you so bad. It got to be the devil in them. Hold it a second. Hold it a second. MME72. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just feel that I tell you a lot of times when people just don't know themselves, and it's beyond hating you. It's beyond, like I said, hold on, this boy done snatched my doggone security. I done told you to stop messing with that plugins. Now why you did that, Eli? Baby, you don't mess with that. Where's your sock? Child, I don't know what it is. They be having toys. He got a bounce house. No, he don't want to play with the bounce house. He don't want to. He wants to keep taking my security cameras and stuff about the plugs. But baby, I told you not to do that. Okay, yes, go play with the thing. We about to go. Oh Lord Jesus, I'm gonna take him to go see Zootopia. Elijah. Yeah. Elijah, how you move the oh Lord Jesus. I gotta stop feeding him spinach. Hold on. Elijah, how you move the thing back from the kitchen? That's not fun. Oh Lord, Elijah. Oh Jesus Christ. Elijah. Elijah, you know you can't be playing in the kitchen. Okay, well, you cannot play in the kitchen. That's what the gate is there for. That's what the gate is there for. Yes, I understand. You live in a struggle life. I totally get it. I understand. I'm here for you, buddy. I'm your buddy old pal to the very end. And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Yeah, see that? You'd be pump faking. Gonna go get some barbecue. But listen, yeah, these people, like I said, it's something truly wrong with them. It's definitely on their end. And I just feel like at this point, it's just been carried out for far too long. The attacks and sabotage over your life. You got to go this far. You something is truly in you that is not, it's not functioning correctly. Not when you out here coming against other human beings and U.S. citizens out here in the United States of America, baby. It's plenty of problems. You wanna get involved in some problems. There's plenty of problems. Leave it that you can get involved into. Listen, didn't I tell you leave that? Come on, cause see, you're gonna keep on going back there. Plenty of problems that these people could fancy themselves with and involve themselves in, but they keep want to mess with you. So at the end of the day, like I say, God told you to keep your hands clean. He's seen everything, he knows everything, and it's only a matter of time for these people. So new horizons and new starts for you whenever that may occur up in your life. Be quiet about it. I feel that the people that you already know that God told you to back away from and disconnect yourself from, you need to keep it that way, because none of these people meant you well. I just want to understand. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna put it out. I want you to get it locked in your membrane. Whenever a person can have you out here fucking homeless, struggling out your damn mind, causing you distress, causing you anxiety, causing you paranoia by setting you up to be gang stalked, to be robbed, to be raped, to be sex trafficked, to be sold, to be this, to be that, to have people come up in your life and clock you with a gun, threaten your life, terroristic threats and attacks over your life physically and spiritually. You best not ever go around these people's house again. Never make them feel like they could call your phone and it's up. You understand me? They did entirely too much to your life to sabotage your future. It's over. Any problems that you occur up in your life from this day forward, it will be a damn problem that you yourself pick up, not because of what other people want you to go through and what they want you to experience. Keep your hands clean and keep your head up and your chest out. Never let nobody see you sweaty. You already know how I'm coming. I'm your sister. I'm your friend. I come with that real, never that fake. I keep it 100 with you. I keep it a buck with you. Continue to reach one, teach one, bring others to the JC gang. If any of these messages resonate with you, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Share. Get my hype points up. Continue to support me with the hype points. I do appreciate that. Okay. Get these messages out, baby. They tried to shut your girl out. They tried to shut me down. They was messing with my platforms. Anytime that somebody sits up here and go that hard for somebody's platforms and I'm exercising my First Amendment rights, baby, it's because I'm speaking the truth. It ain't because I'm speaking hearsay. Okay, it ain't because I'm being opinionated. It's because I'm speaking facts, and people are scared as hell about what comes up out of my mouth because they don't want them facts to get out about that ass. Because people want to live lies, want to live behind illusions, and I ain't never been that type, and never will be that type. So if you can continue to support me, continue to get these videos out, get these messages out. Okay, continue to reach one, teach one, bring others to the JC gang. Okay, you already know, baby. You can vent to me. You can come to me. You can tell me anything. I'm your sister. I'm your friend. Until next time, y'all stay prayed up and be blessed. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. I thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. Okay, I love y'all very much. I thank y'all to a lot of people who reached out and was keeping in contact with me. Shout out to Francesca. She always send me emails, always tell me that she loved me. And Eli, I thank you so much. I see you. I recognize you. I love you. Thank you to everybody else. I think it's Yahweh. If I'm pronouncing the name right, it's a couple people that reach out. If I'm not on this YouTube after a certain amount of days, y'all popping out and y'all sending me emails, making sure that I'm okay. A lot of y'all tell me you thank me for getting y'all through some of the darkest moments of your life. And I was able to get you through because God got me through. I don't know what these people's end game and goal is, but when you know what you're doing is for the Lord and you don't care who supports you, you could try to take me out. I'm still not going to stop talking. You could put a gun in my face. I'm still not going to stop doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop because you feel some type of way. It's the bottom fucking line. I'm not going to give up on my life because you feel some type of way. And the injustices and the misdirections, okay, that you've caused to happen up in somebody's life because of what you've done, you will pay for that. Either in this lifetime, baby, or in the next. That ain't up. Nobody lives forever. Our soul has to go somewhere eventually. Okay? So you keep that in the back of your mind. And some of these people don't care because they don't soul they soul to do stupid stuff, to receive to receive surface level, tangible, materialistic things. So you just a different breed. You're a different person. Everybody can't understand you. Everybody is not meant to be your friend. Some walks is meant to be had alone because of who you are, how different you are, how stern you are. And the second that you realize that is the second that life gets better for you, because you are comfortable in your own skin. You are comfortable in your own space. You don't need nobody to validate you. You don't need anybody to approve you, to confirm anything up in your life that God can't do, baby. You understand what I'm saying? You're different. So people got to step different when dealing with you. They got to step different when they think they're going to attack you. It costs to be you. It also costs to attack you. I don't know what they thought, but they clearly thought wrong and was led in the wrong direction. Satan led them in the path, down the path of destruction. God is about to lead you down the path of salvation. Do you understand that? They looked and thought that they was going to destroy you, but when they turned around, God had resurrected you from the dead. When God performs miracles like that, baby, it's to show and send a very strong message to those who keep screwing with you, that you ain't meant to be touched. You ain't meant to be played with. He said, touch not my anointing and do no prophets, and do my prophets no harm. That's what he said. This same merciful and forgiving God that people think that they could keep playing around with. He didn't spare Lot's wife. And Lot's wife never did anything wrong up until that day when he told her, when I get you out of that city, do not turn back around or you will turn to a pillar of salt. When he tells you to do something, you do it. When he tells you to leave somebody alone, you do it. People about to learn a harsh lesson, baby, because shit ain't funny no fucking more about working with people who abused you and you still standing. They look weak and they're looking at you like they wish they could be that strong. They wish that they could stand against a multitude of people who are envious of them, against them, and want the worst for them. But you still stand. God said it could be 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 against you. It means nothing when I'm standing by your side. They can't have their way with you. They will never have their way with you. They have to just step aside and let you be. And there are going to be some people who are willingly going to do that. And some people who don't mind going down trying to defeat you after it's already been shown that you can't be defeated. Let them be. Because like I said, God said, keep your hands clean. You understand that? Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. It was never funny. That shit ain't funny. Causing somebody to be, you sitting back to, oh, you so stupid. We sent your baby daddy in and you went for, you fell for, you got honey, he. And I'm still standing. Now what? Is it still funny? Because half of these hoes couldn't hold a candle next to you if they had to go through a portion of what you went through. So I don't find it funny. I find it liberating that God is still yet showing people who you are by vindicating you. Like I said, I'll be back on here soon. I had to take a break. So I appreciate everybody that respected that still checked up on me and made sure that me and Elijah was okay. Thank you for all your donations. I truly appreciate it. Terrence, I love you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my soul. I tried to call that number. It's not a working number. I don't know who you are. I felt something, but thank you. Okay, thank you, because you didn't have to send it. So whoever you are, whatever your reasons was, thank you, and I appreciate you. Okay, I can bury the hatchet, and I can, baby, I don't harbor no hate. That's the thing. I don't have no hate for nobody that did me wrong. I don't have no hate for Elijah's father, baby. I wish everybody well. That's why I don't understand why people be looking at me with such disdain and hate and envy for what I do and for who I am and for what I'm meant to receive. It don't make sense. But that's my life. And for as long as God give me life and he let me overcome these obstacles that people put before my path, as soon as I overcome them, I hop on this YouTube. I tell you what it is. I tell you what it ain't. I tell you what I see. I tell you what I don't see. And I tell you and I teach you how, so you can avoid the mistakes that I've made. It's not to come on here and act holier than thou. So I appreciate everybody that's been sticking with me for this long. I hope that this message was able to bless you in some type of shape, way, form, or fashion. I hope that you are able to apply it to your life, to your forward movement and progression. Get this message out, share it on your Facebook, on your TikTok, on your YouTube. Okay. For those of you who've been buying my ActiveX, I had a big sale for the Black Friday. I told y'all all my prices would stay the same, but everything was free shipping. So thank you for everybody who put in their orders. Thank you. Just thank you for supporting everything that I do, man. I would not be anything if I didn't have support, and I wouldn't even be in this position if God didn't appoint me to be in this position. So I'm thankful to everybody that support me, everything that I drop, everything that I do. Y'all tune in, y'all listen, y'all support. Okay. And y'all stick up for me too. Y'all stick up for me. Like, thank you. I appreciate when people can. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you so much, baby. God bless you. You hear me? God bless you. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate when people could see the good in people. All my life, I've been beaten down. I've had people be so jealous. You wouldn't even understand what jealousy led people to do against me. They didn't care if my heart got broken, if I died. I think going through what I went through in this past season and people not showing me any kind of sympathy or empathy, and I was pregnant. I had a fucking kid I was trying to take care of, and all you hoes could think about is, oh, Victoria's gonna fall down. She's not gonna be able to get up. Maybe I'll be able to sit up here and do inspiration and videos. And oh, she's fell down. Her baby daddy don't fuck with her. Maybe I could get in and fuck him and he'll take care of me. I don't give a damn what he do, what he don't do. That's the thing. When I'm over something, I'm over it. And I stand there and I wait and I pray. If it's any way that you break me down, you break me down to prayer. And when I say a prayer, baby, I send it up. I fast. I don't care if I got to pass out in the midst of prayer. I'm going to do it. And this last prayer I told God, I said, I don't understand it. And I don't understand what you're doing. But if you could just find it within yourself to expose what the enemy has done and completely eradicate their plans that they have against me currently, and whatever it is that they try to do in the foreseeable future, I would greatly appreciate it. And I told him, don't just do it for me, do it for my son. Elijah, you can't have this. Do it for my son. My son was having the worst spiritual attacks, and it was nothing that I could do. I would pray for him. I would quote scripture. I would have my prayers running in the back. And I remember there were days that I would cry. I would even call on my grandma, and I would just ask her to surround him and to protect him in the spiritual realm for whoever is trying to afflict harm and pain on him. I'm talking about screaming to the top of his lungs. And my baby is a very calm baby when it comes to sleeping. You understand what I'm saying? He don't wake up in the middle of the night screaming like that. It was a lot of things that I was going through that I didn't tell people. I just prayed. I didn't confide in no one. I prayed. And that's when God led me a lot of friends who was trying to fake like they was friends. And, oh, you got to tell somebody. You got to tell somebody. Just itching for me to tell them my damn business. Making it seem like they was a friend just to clock my locations, to clock what I was going through. So they can go back and tell it to somebody. I forgive everybody. I promise you. It may not sound like it because I project my voice. But let me tell you something. I forgive every single person on my grandma Ruby Lee Williams and my uncle. It takes too much energy to harbor ill will and hatred and bitterness for an individual that's no longer in my life. After God tell me to cut a person off, trust and believe I've already walked on from you and I move the fuck forward. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a damn about your kids. I don't care about your livelihood. I don't care about any of that. If it's not in me to care, I'm not going to care. You better ask my parents. I had to pray before I reconnected with them. I don't play because what I went through was very fucking serious, and I almost lost my life. And I almost lost my son. And in the midst of all of that loss and defeat, hoes was bullying me, mocking me, being fake to me, adding more to my plate than what they was taking off. I will never forget that. But I've already forgiven. And that's so Mary had a little lamb fleeces white snow. So take from my story. I hope it's been able to inspire you in some type of way. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm not going to hold nothing back. I don't give a damn. They done. Why would I care? People done tried to kill me. Done tried everything. Why would I hold anything back? There's no reason for me to. What reason do I have to lie? There's no reason for me to lie. You go through enough in your life, you'll get there too. Trust and believe. I promise you that. But I'm going to try and enjoy the rest of my day and my birthday. Okay. Thank y'all for all your wishes and all your donations. Thank you for tuning in to the message today. Okay. You could have been anywhere. You could have went anywhere, but y'all chose to stay on here for these 2 hours. I appreciate that. I love you. I truly do appreciate you for that. Okay. And until next time, I love you and stay prayed up and be blessed.